He's Chase Sr. I'm Harrison Graham. Let's get into the latest around the Los Angeles Lakers after they lost their opener. They get back in action very, very soon. It's a long season, but Chase, Russell Westbrook.
Yeah.
And we talked about this when they traded for him on NBA draft night.
Some people ripped us. Some people were with us.
One game in, is there already a Russell Westbrook problem?
This is the Russell Westbrook problem, and the Russell Westbrook dilemma is that you never know what you're going to get on any given night. There are nights when he's going to be breathtaking, he's going to be a superstar, he's going to look great. There are other nights where he's going to play like he did against the Golden State Warriors, where he's making bad decisions, he's chucking up a bunch of really bad shots, and when it comes time for him to perform in crunch time, when he needs to come through, he doesn't, and he makes a lot of mistakes and just doesn't have a great feel for the game. And that's what you saw against the Warriors on opening night. 8 points, 4 of 13 shooting, 0 of 4 from
Plus,
3,
minus.
a minus
Ugh,
23.
God.
Harrison, this is the Russell Westbrook problem, is that he's so reckless while also being breathtaking that you just can't really count on him because you don't know what you're going to get any given night.
I know we're one game into this, and I don't want to be overreaction guy, but I don't think I am. This is his fourth team in 4 seasons.
There's a reason for that.
This should shock nobody, and when it comes down to it, Chase, he cannot be trusted. Russell Westbrook cannot be trusted as a guy in crunch time. Now, can he give you some good minutes and help you get a lead in a basketball game and help you win some games? Sure, like he's a top 20 talent in this league. I don't think anybody's disputing that. But in a game like that where you're going back and forth and the Warriors are scoring and LeBron and AD are scoring, and you go out and go 4 of 13, you're turning the ball over and you're minus 23, and you're not only having an off night, you're having a negative impact. Good players have bad games all the time, Chase, but they're still worth having out there because that you pay them $30, $40 million because they might be able to turn it around. There's some games Russ has where I'm watching, I'm like, get him out because it's just bad. Like every time he's in the game, he's making a bad decision. He's having a negative impact on the game. It just wasn't good. And I know we're one game in, but this is just the Russell Westbrook experience. It's not good whatsoever, and you don't know what's going to happen.
Everybody come with me and let's take a trip to Six Flags because the Russell Westbrook experience is like riding a roller coaster. You show up to Six Flags and you see this roller coaster with all these twists and turns, all these corkscrews, and you're like, that looks really, really fun. You watch Russell Westbrook play and you see his athleticism, you see his burst, you see his explosiveness, him running from baseline to baseline, making the plays that he makes. He's so intense. He's got some swag. I love his confidence. I like his competitiveness, and when you watch him, the good is very, very good. The bad is very, very bad. So then you get to that roller coaster, and you have to wait in line for like 90 minutes, and you're missing out on so many opportunities to have a fun-filled day at Six Flags with your friends or family, yet all of that time is being taken up by you just waiting in line. Then you get on that roller coaster, and you're like, parts of it were great. The other parts really weren't that fun at all. That is the Russell Westbrook experience,
The
in a nutshell
anti-Russell
right there.
Wilson.
The anti-Russell Wilson, who is always accountable and always comes through in crunch time. That's what Russell Westbrook does not do.
I knew this was going to be a disaster when in the preseason he was getting grilled for having too many turnovers, and joking or not from him, he said something along the lines of, y'all better bring that same energy when I drop 20 assists in a night. It's like, dude, you can't handle the criticism in a preseason game.
And he'll do that from time to time, just not consistent enough.
Well, he'll have 35 games this year in which he's brilliant. The problem is the other 40 he plays in, he'll be just it's just like your brain goes foggy when you watch him play because you're like, what the hell was that?
Yeah.
That is the Russell Westbrook experience. That is what you can expect. Guys, superstars of this talent don't play on 4 teams in 4 years. It's not a fluke anymore. Like, you can't trust him on a championship caliber team. Like, I would love him to be a solid contributor and to be an under control player and help guide this Lakers team to a title game. I'll tell you what, though, one game in, there's a long way to go here. Like, and LeBron said, hey, this isn't going to happen overnight, and I get all that, and let us know, should they trade or keep Russ, T for trade, K for keep, but I just, we've seen this song and dance now. Like, this, why are we surprised by, oh, man, Russ, LeBron, AD, they're going to ball out? Yeah, sometimes they will. Sometimes Westbrook will be a pain in the ass, and that's what he was in the opener.
Yeah, and he's such a maddening player over time because you just don't know what you're going to get from him any given night. Now, you know you're going to get effort. You know you're going to get competitiveness. You know that he's going to be a cold-blooded killer. But part of what makes him great, which are those aforementioned qualities, also brings him down as a player as well because he never knows when to slow it down when the game gets slow. He's always trying to go for the kill shot.
He plays at one
Can't
speed.
stand it.
100 miles an hour, and you get him in the half court, he's toast.
Yeah.
BetUS is where you can make money betting on or against the Lakers or in the NFL, Major League Baseball playoffs. You can make money all year round. They are the best sports book in the game. Go to chatsports.com/Lakers for you Laker fans. Promo code Lakers125. You can get that 125% deposit bonus. Do what Chase and I did. Deposit $100. Roll with that 125 in free cash. I'm still floating on a bunch of leftover money from earlier in the NFL season. Chatsports.com/Lakers. Promo code Lakers125. So the question is, could you trade Russ for another player like, dare I say, a Ben Simmons? I know that seems reckless one game in, but I think honestly, stylistically, Simmons would fit better than Westbrook.
What's crazy is that Ben Simmons and Russell Westbrook are two polar opposite players. Russell Westbrook, never afraid to shoot the basketball. Ben Simmons, always afraid to shoot the basketball. But could Ben Simmons be a better fit on the current construction of the Los Angeles Lakers and basically just let everybody else do their work offensively? And all Ben Simmons has to do, rely on his strengths of being a great passer, a guy with excellent premier vision, and a very good creator. Another guy who could also give you much better defense than Russell Westbrook,
no
based solely on the positional versatility of his defensive game. We just popped up the numbers for you. Russ is going to give you more points. He might give you more rebounds and more assists, but could Ben Simmons be a more steadying presence than a Russell Westbrook? I think the answer to that question could be yes, Harrison. And here's the deal. This trade could be realistic because their salaries match up pretty evenly.
Yeah, and look, you and I both don't love how Ben Simmons has operated the last several months, but a couple of things are at play here. One, stylistically, I think he actually fits a lot better. And two, LeBron James and Ben Simmons have a good relationship. They're both Rich Paul clients, Clutch Sports, all that good stuff. They've spent some time together in the past in the offseason. LeBron's actually kind of been a mentor to Simmons in the past. They've tweeted a bunch back and forth over the years, and LeBron has spoke highly of him. Now, I don't know how he feels about how he's operated with Philadelphia over the past 4 or 5 months, but at the end of the day, if Philadelphia is desperate enough to get Simmons out, would you bring in Westbrook? I don't know if I would do that if I'm Philadelphia, but maybe a third team could be in play. Again, are they going to trade Westbrook after a game? Of course not. Like, they're going to at least give this a couple months and see how it plays out. But if we see more of the same in this team, what if this team's floating around 500, 25 games in, 30 games in, and Westbrook's not playing well? I mean, I don't know, man. Like, you just get that bad feeling when you watch him play. Like, he's awesome to watch. He's fun. He's explosive, but he just does stuff that makes your skin crawl. He's like that step sibling that just like you're fun to hang out with, but they're always in trouble.
You can't take it.
It's like, dude,
long.
like I can't be associated with your behavior. Like that's who he is. Like it's just maddening because he's got so much raw ability, but it's kind of crazy that we're 12 years into his career and he still doesn't know how to maximize his talent.
Yeah.
I think that speaks volumes.
That's clear, and what's also clear is that Ben Simmons can't deal with Philadelphia any longer. How would Russell Westbrook be able to deal with Philadelphia? This is a very emotional guy, and I'd actually be fascinated to see how Philadelphia would embrace Russ or not embrace Russ.
Would you like it?
There was a game several years ago when Russ was with OKC playing the Sixers at the Wells Fargo Center, and a Sixers fan gave him the double bird. So I'm not sure how they'd react to having Russell Westbrook in Philadelphia. I would hate the fit. I really would. I just don't think that he would play well alongside Joel Embiid. I know the Sixers need a playmaker. I know the Sixers need a playmaker. I know they need a guy who can make a lot of things happen offensively because Ben Simmons can't do that. I just don't think Russell Westbrook would be a good fit, especially alongside Joel, because Joel, in the guts of the game, doesn't always have the best feel for the game. nor does Russell Westbrook at all. So I would hate it for Philadelphia. These are just two completely different players, and I actually think that Simmons on the Sixers right now would be a better fit than Russell Westbrook.
And the Lakers.
Yeah, well, so I think Simmons would be a better fit right now on the Sixers, and I think Simmons would be a better fit right now on the Lakers than Russell Westbrook. That's the predicament.
It's crazy that Westbrook, it's gone this way over the last several years for him, because Ben Simmons is the biggest loser in sports right now, and we're both in agreement that he would fit better with LeBron.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, it's just bad, man. There's just no doubt. All right, pick one. Type BS for Ben Simmons. Type RS for RSRW. Who cares? For Russell Westbrook. Just pick one. Let us know. Who would you rather have in Los Angeles? Go ahead and get your votes in. And make sure you guys subscribe to the channel as well. YouTube.com/LakersTV, our Lakers-only channel. If you're watching live on any given Thursday by Chat Sports, head over there if you're a Lakers fan. Chase and I are pumping out videos all of the time. And obviously, if you're watching on our Lakers channel, well, all you got to do is hit that subscribe button, because basketball is back. And we'll keep you guys up to date on the purple and gold all season long. So hit that sub button.